wholeheartedly wants the best for every single one of us sitting here today. It's my honor to introduce the speaker of this year's graduating class of 2018, Mr. James Chen.
Thank you so much, China. Very, very well executed, as we have come to expect from you. Also, thank you to my wife for sharing those alternative facts with China. Board of Trustees, school administration, faculty, staff, distinguished guests, parents, and of course the graduating class of 2018. It is such an honor for me to address this outstanding group of graduates on commencement day. Graduates, thank you for inviting me, and I hope you know your class is very special to me and my friends. 4 years ago, when many of you were beginning your high school journey here at EAA, my family was also beginning our EAA journey because my oldest child was beginning kindergarten when you were beginning your freshman year. In many ways, I feel like we grew up together on this campus. I also believe that I can pinpoint the exact moment that I first felt enamored with your class. I believe it was on March 5th of 2014. That was your freshman year, of course. That day, my wife calls me at work and asks if I want to go to the girls' varsity basketball game that night. And at the time, that was an odd question because we hadn't been to a game all year. To that point, we hadn't been to any high school event, period. My daughter was in kindergarten. We really had no high school connections. So I told my wife, no, I don't really want to go to the game at all. Let's just go home. Then my wife says to me, it's the CIF championship game being played at San Marcos High School. And I thought to myself, seriously? I attended a much larger Adventist academy, Glendale Academy, and to my knowledge, we never played in any CIF championship game. So I told my wife, fine, we should go. I said, I'm a member of the school board, we should be supportive and attend these type of events. Plus, it's not like EAA is going to be playing in another championship game anytime soon. So I thought. Of course, the banners up there in the corner tell a different story. But what I saw when we got into that very large high school gym was nothing short of captivating. There was this palpable energy and excitement that was completely led by these students. Then I watched our team play with so much poise and toughness. The fan base of students, complete with banners and body painting, was so energetic and supportive during the entire time. After losing that game, which ended the season, I remarked to my wife at home how special I thought that game was, and how I thought we needed to be supportive of next year's team because the rebuilding process can be tough and at times discouraging. That's when my wife looked at me with wide eyes and a big smile and said, James, the leaders of that team are freshmen. I was so pumped from that moment, and I was captivated by your class. And over the next 3 years, my admiration grew, and your class did not disappoint. After I started attending other high school events like concerts, chapels, boys and girls basketball games, volleyball games, soccer games, softball games, football games, musicals, NHS inductions, and award ceremonies, I grew more and more appreciative of what this class brings to this campus, which is so much energy, so much classiness, excitement, talent, and camaraderie that is absolutely infectious. The excellence that you displayed brought excitement which helped bridge any divide between an elementary school and a high school, and created an environment that I absolutely love. An environment that says we are one school and we are one campus. Thank you for doing that. It is so saddening to me to see you move on, but we are so proud of you and your accomplishments. And before you leave us, please allow me to share with you this lesson from my life. Graduates, on January 1st of 2006, when many of you were in kindergarten, I was a newlywed, 4 months into my marriage with the coolest woman I'd ever met. On that New Year's Day, Jenny and I, along with our new puppy Maddie, moved our family from Northern California, where I had attended college and law school, to a new condo near downtown San Diego. I knew that I wanted to be a prosecutor, and I got a job offer from one of the best counties in the country, both to live in and to work for. So here I found myself, living in this great new city with a beautiful wife, a highly competitive and sought-after job, a great dog, with every reason to be nothing but grateful and happy. But I wasn't. Not really. My family missed Sacramento, and how crazy is that? People thought we were joking when we would tell them that we were struggling to adjust from life in Sacramento to life in San Diego. But we did struggle, and my wife and I would not describe those first handful of years as our happiest years. Something important was missing from our life. I know now that essential missing element from our lives was community. After 7 years, 4 houses, and 3 moves up the 15 freeway, my family found community. We found you people. A group of people living in a particular place, having characteristics in common. We found community. We found that feeling of fellowship with others as a result of sharing common attitudes, interests, and goals. Social scientists will tell you that we are built for human connection. It is necessary for happiness. It is necessary for self-actualization. Paul, the author of Galatians, talks in chapter 6 about the need of people to share life and share their faith journey while sharing burdens and learning from one another. Community and being part of a faith community is important, and I'd go so far as to say, from experience, community is necessary for success and happiness. Graduates, I choose to tell you this today because your community is about to change significantly. And being part of a positive and productive community will play a significant role in determining your level of success and happiness. It is undeniable that the community that you choose will have an impact on the trajectory of your life. Finding a successful career path, finishing college, whether the church remains a part of your life, and to what extent. Finding the right person to marry. These important life choices will be impacted by the people you choose to surround yourself with. In the next stage of your life, most of you will find yourself on a college campus, and depending on what college you attend, you will find thousands of micro-communities. Now, when you're feeling like a frightened freshman all over again, just trying to fit in an intimidating new setting, how can you be expected to intelligently choose what group to be a part of? You'll just be trying to find people and a group of people that don't make you stick out like a sore thumb. You'll be like, where are the other guys who wear skinny jeans? I'll just hang out with them and do whatever they're doing. This is precisely why you need to think ahead and have a plan. You are about to be faced with a level of freedom that you've only dreamed of. And what you'll learn is this. Mixed in with that excitement will be a level of loneliness as you search for a new niche and as you decide what group of people will help you make important life decisions. My 3 pieces of practical advice to you are this. Number 1, decide right now to partner with God. Number 2, maintain the connections with positive members of your current community. And number 3, you be the person that improves every community that you encounter. First, partner with God. Allow God to be the center of your community. During times when you're in a rush to fit in, relieve anxiety, and alleviate homesickness, you may find yourself saying yes to everything that's offered to you. Instead, try this. In all sincerity, try this, and wherever you find yourself, you will be at home. Tackle moments of uncertainty with this familiar prayer. My Heavenly Father, I acknowledge your presence today. Thank you. Thank you for blessing my life. Forgive me of my sins, take my burdens, and help me do justly, love mercy, and walk humbly with you. Now, inevitably, when you begin doing this, you'll still hear Ms. Martinez's voice. Eventually, that'll subside. Nonetheless, partner with God. Allow Him, invite Him to guide you. Number 2, maintain connections with positive members of your current community. As you run off to start a new life and make it on your own merits, don't lose what helped you get to this point. If you need help, call your parents or your pastor. Reach out to those who have proven to provide you with quality guidance. Let them know you're struggling and ask what worked for them. To this day, I still call the man who baptized me and married me to my wife, and he gives me great advice and guidance. Because my church is a part of my community, a major part of my community, I regularly seek the guidance of my current pastor. Maintain those connections with positive members of your current community. Graduates, I assure you this, no matter where you are in the world, Pastor Mario will be at Blue Mug, ready to take your call. Finally, be the person, each of you, be the person that improves every community that you encounter. Who knows where you'll find yourself this fall? The fall after my high school graduation, I found myself at Pacific Union College, and I didn't like it. Relax, Nicola, this gets better for PUC. I didn't like it, not immediately. There was so much going on, and I didn't know where I fit in. I didn't have a go-to group of friends where I felt safe and secure. But thankfully, I stuck it out. I got a great education. I spent time with the right people, and now I adore that place. If you can't find a productive micro-community where you fit in, try this. You be the person who acts justly, shows mercy, and walks humbly with all. And you know what'll happen? The right people will follow you. Class of 2018, you have given my family, you have given my friends, you have given this community so much to be proud of. And you've given our young kids so much to aspire to. For that, as a community member, as a parent of 2 little hawks, and as the chairman of your school board, I thank you, I validate you, and with all that I am, I encourage you to choose and create great communities as you move from this place. And when you do that, while you've already shown us greatness, this community knows there are much greater days ahead. Thank you for the memories. God bless you all.